Eddie the Eagle is a biographical sports drama film and stars Taron Egerton and Hugh Jackman. And the film is about this young man who wants to be an athlete and participate in the Olympics, and after many attempts to try to find a sport he wants to go to the Olympics with, he decides to take up ski jumping. And that's as interesting as the film gets, because let me put it this way, I did not have a good time with this film. Not only does this film have a checklist of cliches that are used in a lot of our sport films, there's basically nothing new that's added to this film that we haven't seen before in other sport films. Like, I have seen a film like this before, like, not ski jumping, but I've seen a list of cliches in other films. Like an underdog who's told he will never make it, the underdog having ups and downs, and then the underdog being victorious. It's a checklist that has been ticked off many times before, and nothing new is added. When I left this movie, I was completely mixed. So I chose not to review this straight away, as I wanted to think about it overnight, and the more I thought about it, the more forgettable this film is. I'm just reviewing this film now, and I can barely remember what happened. It was completely forgettable. And even the stuff I do remember, I've seen before in other films. And let's get to the other parts of the film. Like, the acting is average at best. No one really stood out. And you could say that Taron Egerton did a good job, but not that much. As I said, everyone is average, no one is memorable, and I don't even care. And even Hugh Jackman, like, he was just average as hell. And there were many points in this film where Hugh Jackman came off doing like a weird Jack Nicholson impression, like he was doing the grinning and the smiling and just the expressions and everything. Now I know I'm beating on this film so much, but there are a few good moments, but even with the few good moments, there aren't that many. The film does have its feel-good moments, because you feel for this underdog and you root for him to, succeed. But hang on, haven't I rooted for an underdog before? Oh, that's right, in other sport films. Even if ski jumping is the least exciting sport to do a film on, the moments where the ski jumping actually takes place were kind of exciting. Too bad there was a green screen used to show that the actors didn't actually ski jump. And here's another problem. The CGI they used to show us that all these guys are actually ski jumping, a lot of it was fake. You could tell they were using a green screen. Like, there's a scene where Hugh Jackman is ski jumping, you could tell it was green screen. It didn't feel real. Oh, and speaking of cliches, you can never have a sports film without a montage. And this was the most forgettable montage ever. Much like the rest of this film, this was forgettable, and I'm having a real hard time recommending this to anyone. The only way I can recommend this to anyone is if you love your sport films. But even ski jumping is the least exciting sport to do a film on, as I said, because all it is literally jumping off a little cliff. That's it. How is that exciting? I had more excitement for a boxing film, and all that is just punching people in the face. Even those type of films are more exciting. This was just terrible. And let me make it clear, I haven't said this film is boring. Far from it. It's not boring, but it is forgettable. The only way I can recommend this is if you like your sport films and you like rooting for the underdog. However, if you're a regular moviegoer like me, you won't have a good time with it, because in your mind, you will think you have seen this film before. And let me put it this way, would I see this film again? God, no. There's no chance in hell I want to see this film for a second, third, or fourth time. I never want to see this film again, because this film was a waste of time, and this film was pointless. It's a film filled with cliches that I've seen many times in other sport films, but here, nothing new is added. So why should I even give a damn if they don't even try for something different and try to make it stand out more? All this film does is try to make you care for its sentimentality, but I just didn't care. And you want to know what another problem is? Taron Egerton didn't even look like his real-life counterpart. If you compare a photo of the real Eddie Edwards and Taron Egerton, they look nothing alike. Like, come on, you could have tried better to find a more suitable look-alike. They look nothing alike. Come on! And the writing in this film is weak. It's the weakest writing I've seen so far. I'm having a real hard time telling you whether or not to go see this, because I really don't want to go see this film again, because this was a film, because this is a film I never ever want to see again. However, I'm going to let you make up your own decision of whether or not you want to go see this film or not, because I'm going to give this film a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Be sure to click that subscribe button below, follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and like me on Facebook. I'm NETX5. Thank you for watching.